So you said your count is 35?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that number?
It's kind of like annoying because at least half of my list I only had with one time.
Oh, okay.
So, but I still have to wear those.
Yeah,
you know what I
still have
mean?
to count
It
them.
still happened, But I think that's the only thing that's annoying is that that's my number, and I can't even have on a regular basis. It's usually quarterly. Like, that's kind of been my schedule, unless I'm in a relationship or talking to someone. That pre-commitment phase, which has not been anything recently. Yeah, it sucks. So over half my probably about half of my list one time. So
I think that is.
Okay, let's talk about this real quick. So I'm gonna tell you a couple things real quick, right? So there's a girl that I know, my friend. She's talking to her. She's like really good friends with her. She's a little model. She gets paid, and she is in the era. We're the same age and stuff like that. And she's in her little hookup phase and stuff like that too, right? So she's a model. She gets to be around all these DJs and producers and stuff like that. And it's the fast life that she loves. Is she gonna be much? Is she gonna make much of it when she gets older? Probably not. And this is just what it is, man. On like this, I'm not gonna say unfortunately. I'm gonna take it from two angles real quick, right? As a woman, you should have been smarter. You should have been listening to people when we were telling you just don't go sleeping around all the time. This is the fault this is the consequences that you have as a woman. It's just the way it is. Women can sell their bodies on OnlyFans and make thousands of millions of dollars. Men can't. It's just the way it is. Women, you have a lot of bodies on your body, and then a lot of men ain't gonna look at you and want to wife you up. They're just gonna want to just fuck you and that's it, not be anything serious. It's just the way it is. You know what I'm saying? And when women continue to do this, it's when they do get a lot older that they start to slow down a little bit. The fun phase, the things that they used to do back in the day when they were younger and just fucking all over the place, they're not gonna want to do that as much, which is why Kevin Samuels used to talk about men don't want to take women seriously. We don't want to really seriously date you after a certain age, because then you want to withhold the pussy for a guy that's you want to start being serious with. You should have been doing that when you were younger. You should have been doing that when you were younger. That's a more high quality type of woman. Now, we're still gonna date you, we're still gonna have fun and shit like that, but it's not gonna be anything serious when you're a woman and when you got a lot of bodies on you. If you are a guy, seriously, like, if you were to top like 3 to 5 bodies on a woman, you should be consider yourself fucking lucky at that point, man. You should really be like man, you know what I'm saying? And so like that's kind of what it is. Myself personally, you guys, and 35 really isn't that much, especially for a girl like her, man. Especially for a girl. Let's just be real about this, man. A lot of y'all not gonna like this, but let's just be real. 35 is not that much at all. Myself personally, I think I was like 19 or 20 when I hit for 40, my first 40 bodies. And just like her, most of them were fucking one night stands. When you're doing one night stands, when you're engaging in that culture and you're trying to find yourself and stuff like that, man, it's not that hard to rack up the body count, man. My cousin, you guys, y'all have seen him on the stream. I've been in a bunch of his fucking music videos. My cousin, I promise you, I wouldn't be surprised if he got over 200, 300 bodies. For real, you guys, like on some real shit. And so a girl of her age, one, and of her status, for only 35 bodies, not bad, not too bad. You know what I'm saying? In my personal opinion on some shit, and let's be real, a lot of you guys will still fuck her, bro. Guys will fuck girls who are murderers. Guys will fuck girls who kill their babies. So, you know what I mean? So it's like this conversation about bodies, is it too much? Is really like, I don't understand why this is even a thing, bro. Like it's honestly kind of weird to me. It is. It really kind of is, man. I'm just like,
How it is for a lot of girls, I would say.
It sucks.
Yeah. So out of those 35 people, how many of them made you?
Maybe.
I'm gonna just say it, probably a couple. She's probably gonna say like 5 or 7. Like, was it really worth it, shorty? You know what I'm saying? But I mean, hey, Friendly pussy. We need a little bit more of it out here in these streets, right?
I'm like tempted to look at the list again, but I feel like I kind of already have the answer. I feel like it's 2, maybe 3 people.
Out of 35?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of women can relate to that.
Yeah, and that stuff didn't happen for me until later. Because I do feel like there were guys that I just wanted to have with and just experience their energy. And there's a lot of people that I met that I've slept with that, you know, I used to listen to their music or fantasize about them back in high school. So it was more of like a curiosity thing, not necessarily like, man, I can't wait. So I think for a while, I just haven't really had like a lot of experience. Like I've had, but it wasn't really until like I had released my book in 2018 when we were speaking about Tiana, really watching her videos, learn how to, and that was at 26 years old that I actually made a conscious effort to learn how to, because I never got compliments about my, so until I started watching her videos and I learned some things from her. But yeah, so I feel like even though it's 35, I wouldn't say that I was super experienced. And because like, again, how experienced can you be if you have once a quarter?
Right.
You know what I mean? Unless you have a boyfriend or someone you're talking to seriously, and I haven't had that.
All right, so what's interesting really about that is that I was literally the same way you guys. When I'm like, one thing that really made me feel very insecure about my ex and in the relationship that I was in was because she was way more sexually experienced than I was. Yeah, I had more bodies than her, but are you really even that sexually experienced when most of our one night stands? You know what I'm saying? Like, for me at that time, my body count was damn near about how many times I've had sex. You know what I'm saying? So like I could really relate to it. And then another thing about this is that, listen to what she said, man. Everyone is always about the woman. Oh, women, we don't get pleased. We don't get. She just admitted it. One thing I can say I like about Brittany is how open and a little bit more honest she is nowadays. She's getting older. This is unfortunately what happens to a lot of women. They get more smarter and start to be a little bit more honest as they get older sometimes. But a lot of women don't know how to please men. A lot of women don't know how to please men. A lot of, like, come on, like, for real. And women gonna say, oh, it's because it's all about the guy. You know, the guy initiates it. He's gonna get his and shit like that. No, we get ours because for the most part, y'all don't know what the fuck y'all doing. Let's just be real about it. You don't take the time to know how to. This is just like when this is why a lot of girls don't know how to date guys. They don't know about guys. Women were taught and are still being taught that men are gonna come to you and you're just gonna have to choose from the litter of guys that you have because you're just gonna get treated like a princess. And the women nowadays are not being taught about men. Not about men like video games, men like sports, men like, no. We are actual fucking humans. Women don't know how to actually, they don't know guys, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, when you got, and then also let's talk about this too real quick. She said that there were just guys that she just wanted to have the experience with. This is another reason why at my age, especially when you're dealing with a woman her age, you cannot take them seriously. It's because they're gonna make you go through so many more hoops than the guy that all she had to do was just meet him. They had a 10-minute conversation and guess what, they fucking. No, you gotta spend $10,000, $1,000 on a date. You gotta do all these text messages. Hey, good morning. Take her, you know what I'm saying? Do all this shit just to have sex once. Maybe even just see a titty. She don't even send you no tit pics, no nudes and nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Fuck all that. This is something that you got to think about as a guy. It's not to say that you call these women hoes or whores, you being disrespectful. You just keep this in the back of your mind and keep it cordial. You know what I'm saying? If she wants to be engaged in your life, you know, you got to understand, you got to put your fucking foot down. This is what I like when you look at Neon, when you look at all these other people out here, man, you got to, as a guy, you got to really like have respect for yourself and understand that a lot of women, especially if they're over the age of fucking 20, 19 or 20, yes, 19 or 20, more than likely have given it up to a guy for nothing. And now they're expecting you to come out the pocket, come out of your time, come out of your energy and experience. Here's the deal. You can do it, but don't let it go much further than what it should be. You know what I'm saying? Don't get these type of girls pregnant. This is why everyone was clowning PJ Washington for this shit, man. This is, you know what I'm saying? And so And girls, what I'm saying is not anything bad, because I know some girls are gonna listen to it, they're gonna watch it, sometimes they comment and stuff, they're gonna be like, oh my god, you gotta, here's the deal about it. What I'm telling you is not something that like we're not trying to control you, just trying to tell you how it is. As a guy living in this world, we have to really look at reality. If you're a guy, if you are a guy and you did not get some prodigy type of talent, or you did not get on the YouTube internet wave when you were a fucking baby or a teenager, some shit like that, you guys, average guys really have to look at life in a realistic like lens, you guys. Like, and so this is reality. We're not telling you something that we want. We're not telling you something that we wish. No, this is fucking reality. Maybe a mixture of it, but at the end of the day, your body count really matters. At the end of the day, the motherfuckers that you done smashed within only 10 minutes of talking to, or the motherfuckers that you smashed and you only smash them because they got a certain number of Instagram followers, you heard stories about your other girls having a good time with them. Other guys, if they're smart, they're gonna know this, and they're gonna want it. They should treat you accordingly. They should treat you accordingly. Otherwise, you're looking for a sucker. What did Kevin Samuels said himself? Women, you're looking for a sucker if you don't expect the guy to understand and take your history for consideration and how he should treat you. But what do I know, man? What do I know? And then real quick too, I know I'm a little bit bigger, but like last thing too about this is that, like, come on, y'all, 35 kids nowadays are coming out of middle school as a freshman with fucking 35, 40 bodies, you guys. Like, this is something that is not to be proud about. It's not to say that it is normal. It's not to say it's something to strive for, but it is something that is a lot more prevalent than not. I think that as a woman, when you are faced with a world that rewards promiscuity and you truly want to save yourself, you've got to come with a little bit more of a competitive edge. Your competitors are the quote unquote, you know, the promiscuous girls. They are. You know why? Because more than likely, a lot of these promiscuous girls should be a bit more sexually experienced than you are, because you're saving yourself. And so maybe you should watch some porn. Like, real shit. Maybe you should watch some porn as a moral, ethic young lady, so that you can understand how to please your man, because men want to be pleased. And hoes, girls that are much more promiscuous, have much more sexual experience, so they know how to ride a little bit better. They know how to suck a little bit better. They know how to, you know what I'm saying, do some tricks with some things a little bit better. Maybe they're a little bit more open sexually. And so if you really want to, like, you know what I'm saying, like, you want to keep your guy happy and stuff like that, like, these are things that should be taken into consideration. But when it comes to this 35 body count, even if she's lying, you guys, like, you know what I mean, like, it's really not that much, but it is, but it's like really not at the same time. Like, for her, especially for what her like, you know, reputation and stuff like that, I don't really see is she's not gonna necessarily get what she wants. She'll get little flings and things here and there, but or she may end up like Nicki Minaj and just marry a fucking pedophile or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And then the girl that my friend, like the girl that my girl's friends with, it's probably gonna look like the same thing. She's probably gonna reach the age of 30. She's still in her prime. Black don't crack for the most part. See, Brittany Renner looks still good. She's probably 32 or something like now. She'll look like this until she's like 45. You know what I'm saying? So it's a very what is it? It's a paradox that black women got to go through, because a lot of people in general don't like to think about life being like in a realistic perspective, because women look attractive. The woman world is about attraction and physical looks. And so since black don't crack, they're gonna be looking good for a long time, and so they think that they have so much more time than they actually do. And then you end up on Kevin Samuels' channel. Rest in peace, Godfather, man. But yeah, that's it.